Hi everyone, Dominic, your drill instructor. Welcome to a special edition of the clinic and how to shoot this shot. I want to thank all of our sponsors, all of you friends and fans for being part of what we do here. Listen, I've been getting some mail, phone calls for the past several days with people who are struggling with consistency. Also, literally thinking of just wanting to quit the game, getting so frustrated, trying and ultimately not seeing any results. Here's a couple of things you really need to be aware of. So let's get started, okay? Number one, do you have a coach? Number two, do you have a pool instructor? Remember, a coach and a pool instructor are an entirely separate set of skill sets. Now, I can tell you, and I know I'm right, that the majority of pool instructors do not know how to be good pool coaches. And there are very few pool coaches in the world anyway. And if there were some, you probably would never get access to them. I train pool instructors and I train pool coaches because that is the skill sets that I am extremely good at. And I'm not trying to say that in any braggadocious way whatsoever, but I am just saying that so that you realize what I'm discussing with you today in this lesson is critical. An instructor is someone who's going to teach you things you don't know. You just didn't understand. What is the formula for masse? What are the formulas for calculating slide on new cloth? What are various types of ways of kicking, banking, and so on that you don't know those techniques? That's what a good pool instructor is for. I train so many pool instructors at exactly what the formulas are for how to do this. So you can probably contact ACS, the American Cue Sports Association, or PBIA, the Professional Billiard Instructors Association, of which I'm a master instructor at all of these, but there are so many great instructors who are probably right around where you live, and you could talk to any one of them, but ask them in advance. You know, what are the methodologies that you use to teach banking, kicking, aiming and deflection and all types of things? Where have you learned your information from? I can tell you that this will get you an opportunity to determine whether you're talking to the right person or not much faster than wasting money and several hours later feeling like, why did I do that? And I wasted all that money. Okay, number two, coaching. Coaching is someone who does not try to teach you things you don't know, but what you already do, they're tweaking and refining and correcting to bring the best out of your abilities that you as the shooter, you just simply can't see them for yourself. You can't see for yourself whether you're raising your shoulders, whether the bottom of your body is moving, and many other things that can be happening. So having a coach is critical to being able to perform the optimum that you're capable of. Okay, so that's very important you do that. So this lesson that I'm about to jump into is going to show you how to get back to some of the most critical fundamentals of practice and making certain that you're not just, falling off the deep end. Okay, let's get started. One of the things that contributes to so much frustration players have is you're not in alignment. Imagine if you played guitar and you're actually quite good at it, but the guitar is entirely out of tune. Are you going to be able to play me such a wonderful solo that I would ask you to play it again? No, you're going to sound terrible. You must get the guitar in tune. You must get the instrument in tune. You must get the player in alignment. And alignment is the same as getting in tune. And one of the critical drills you can start with is the shooter alignment drill. So start with a cue ball or a cache of cue balls. Either way, just simply put the balls one diamond apart. Now, the shooter alignment drill is critical so that the cue ball talks to you. Start with small, simple shots. Even if you want to put the ball a diamond from the hole and then leave the cue ball just a diamond apart, or even put it a little closer. It doesn't matter, but start with these little baby steps. Come down here and get to this cue ball. Now, if you come down to this cue ball and this cue ball moves to the left, you're off center to the left. If it moves to the right, you're off center to the right. If it goes a little forward or a little back, you're not exactly at center. You've got to get this cue ball to the point, even with this short little shot. Take the shot, line up, take your time, and get that cue ball stop right there. Just stop. And then do this over and over repeatedly. Don't be content with the cue ball slightly moved just a little bit or not. Get down to that cue ball and hold that position until that cue ball just, without a flinch, it just stops. And get a half a dozen of those in. And then go ahead and stretch the distance just a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And then eventually take it to this corner pocket. If you got to move the balls a little bit out of the way, you make a little bit of a longer shot until the shot's like this, and get that cue ball to stop. Player spoke to me the other day saying, I just had a straight in shot to win the game. And then I said to myself, well, okay, maybe I should just put a little draw on the ball, or, well, I hope I don't miss this. And then the next thing they did was they missed a shot, because you talk yourself out of what you already know how to do well enough. And that's because of two things. One, you don't have a solid pre-shot routine that you stick to over and over and over. And number two, you don't understand how the left brain and the right brain work. Your left brain, the logical side of your brain, is always trying to, come on, let's concentrate, let's do our best, let's give it our all. You start talking like that to yourself. You start thinking about the score, if you're going to win, how you're going to celebrate. You don't want to miss the shot. You just talk yourself out of doing anything right at all. It's the right side of your brain, the rudimental side, the rote side, that radical side, where you do things and you don't even realize you were doing it. Like close your eyes and sign your name. It looks just like you do when your eyes are open. You need to get an exercise, and the best exercise I've taught you guys before is the 121 number. 121, 120, 119, 118. You just start concentrating on counting backwards in your head, or tell yourself your ABCs backwards. Go X, Y, Z, go Z, X, Y, no X, Y, Z, so Z, Y, X. What's before that? Z, Y, X, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Okay, W, Z, Y, X, W. Start concentrating on this while you're trying to shoot, and you're going to get your left brain so busy concentrating on something, your right brain is just free to shoot, and you'll go ahead and shoot. And the other big reason why so many pool players miss this straight-in shot or whatever it is you need to make, because all you're doing is shooting that ball. What position are you making on the next ball? What speed are you actually going to shoot that at? What spin are you going to put on that? That's the 3S rule of your pre-shot routine: the spin, the speed, and the stop. If you don't do that continually, so set up a ghost ball. You want to shoot this 8 ball in the corner? So right here, pretend that there's a 9 ball or another ball after that, and you got to make shape for that. And you're going to shoot that and either hold the cue ball there or draw it back, whatever it may be, but make position for a ghost ball like every other shot you made up till now. And you're not going to let all that other garbage going in your head, and you're going to be focused on your pre-shot routine. You have a problem with rail shots? Fine. Set up a shot, just a half a diamond and a half a diamond from the cue ball, and just start making shots like this. You go, oh, those are easy, I can make those. Well, guess what? That shot right there is the same as that shot right there. All you've done is extend the distance a little bit. If I were to take the ball and put it here, and then put the cue ball right here, and then just keep moving the cue ball back all the way to the corner pocket, it's the same shot. But start out with baby steps from here, and then little by little, just extend the distance of the 2 balls. Do the same all the way down the corner, and just start extending the distance until you can see with confidence the ball and the cushion. If you're having a problem with your draw stroke, start with a soft, simple shot right here. Take it down nice and soft, and let the cue come back just a little bit. Then after you've done that a multiple times, maybe back it up just a little further, take the shot one more time. I have a very slight cut on this so that I'm not in the way of the cue ball watching it come back. So work on these little shots right here, and little by little, put a little bit more. Every 5 or 10 shots, go ahead and add a little more draw stroke, a little more draw stroke. Now, a lot of you have a problem because you drop your elbow. When you drop your elbow, the tip comes up. You say, well, I don't drop my elbow. You might not see you don't drop your elbow. But unless you look back here and make sure it's not dropping, or put it on a video camera and see. But If you think you make a good draw stroke when the shots are relatively close, but if you needed a big long one, oh, you don't have the stroke. The same way on a defensive shot, distance reveals the error. The same is true with a draw stroke, a follow stroke, or any other type of stroke. Distance is going to reveal the errors that your mechanics are flawed. So do the same with follow shots, draw shots, start short, take the cue and move it up slowly just a little bit until eventually you could take the same shot and put a little bit of heat on this thing right here. Watch this. And go ahead and get that ball to start running around the table for you. But it's critical you start small and build. And don't become so frustrated. Part of that frustration you think you're feeling is the result of you going beyond where you're comfortable, and now you have to reach to get yourself to a higher skill level. This is the key to not giving up. So frustration is not a sign of quitting. Frustration is a sign of now it's time to work even harder and press through and accomplish the very thing that months ago, that was your goal when you were all enthusiastic and ambitious about that. There are many other tips and ideas and techniques and methodologies and systems that I can be sharing with you. However, that's why I created DITV, Drill Instructor Television. The purpose of this channel is so that you can have total access on your time and to your intensity and passion to get into absolutely everything I have to offer. Plus, you can go beyond DITV. You could just call me on the phone and let's go ahead and set up some one-on-one working time and see if we can't begin to work out some of the hard problems with your mechanics. Right here, the drillinstructor.us. You could just go there and look up what does it take to get on DITV? What does it take to just give me a call and talk about. You could look up the fees and training schedules, whatever you want. But I will tell you in advance, if you don't take the time to get your head wrapped around your goals, whether you need instruction or coaching, and then actually see whether or not you are responsible for achieving the things that you're trying to accomplish. Are you responsible enough that you're doing this under coaching, or are you doing this under good instruction? And are you making the progress that you should be making? And is your frustration legitimate, or is your frustration you pressing through and ultimately achieving past that comfort zone where most people tend to quit and stop really putting in their best effort? Again, it's similar to don't be satisfied till you just made the shot. Be satisfied until you don't miss the shot anymore. It's that kind of thinking, okay? So with that said, aim straight, shoot straight, split the pockets. That's the drill instructor way. And be sure and get to DITV. Truly, that will make a big difference. And pick up the phone. Give me a call. Maybe we need to come to the studio, or you want me to come to your studio, whatever it may be, and we will get to training. All right. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.